dining with this Tuesday, 20 May 2025. I'm dining with Austin by my side. I'm Tanis Coralee Leonhardi, she, her, hers of Seattle. I'm dining with Austin Butler, and this is a screen grab of a talk show interview. So he's on in an interview on a talk show hosted by Seth Meyers. This is a screen grab from there. And as I go talk through this, I'm going to have one half of Fuji apple that I sliced up. So there's 4 apple slices. Here we go. And what I want to talk about is his blazer placement. And for those of you who are familiar with the somehow you get information about what I do on YouTube, I like to take my cursor, and you know, this is like the kind of thing that I might go like side to side with my, if you saw it, on the person's hand, to be like, hi, I see you, I like you, you're cute, you're handsome, he's mine, I'm possessive, of my Austin Butler, and so he starts out, and he comes out, he has his blazer closed, and he sits down, and he unbuttons it when he sits down. And the shirt he has under the blazer, the white shirt, while he's in conversation, he kind of adjusts how he's sitting a few times. And there's like, he doesn't have anything on under the white shirt. And there's like a little gap between the buttons that's, it like shows skin. And I saw it and I was like, that reminds me of like my days teaching. Not that I would wear button-ups, but like as a teacher in a university setting, that's something that I thought about, was like how my shirt fabric would tug on my torso as I was teaching. And it was phenomenal if you watch the interview. He repositions himself and the blazer such that the kind of like gap in clothing kind of goes away / gets blocked to the cameras by the blazer jacket. And I was watching it and I was like, is that what somebody gets by being an actor? Do they get the ability, or develop the ability, to know, without having to watch it from my perspective here on YouTube, alright, they're not watching it at the time and being like, oh, skin showing around my navel, my belly button, I should cover. No, there's just like auto reflex and bodily movements that is corrected for naturally in the progression of speaking. And so I was watching this interview being like, that's incredible. I was starstruck by this man's blazer placement. So blazer's a type of jacket. And specifically, how he adapted it to his own body positioning. And how the fabric was responding to his body and his skin. And it's an interesting one to talk about because it feels intimate discussing it, but also not. I think there's a balance there of like, he's just being professional and he's good at what he does, and it shows down to his tweaking of his blazer placement. They're pretty incredible. I'm still in a state of shock. So when he comes and lives or stays with me in Italy, visits me to help me learn the Italian language, you know, if that happens again, or a brain crash and I'm not like a mental roadblock, my language learning, I just proposed to him, will you marry me? I'm like preparing ramen, and it's just like, it's the only thing I can think of to move forward. Will you marry me? Offer him some of my ramen. If he says yes, since it's my home, it'd be cool. Like, I'm living in Italy, right? He's helping me. I hosted at my house a home wedding with my Cristiano as the officiator. I will give the apple a 19 out of 10. And thank you for joining Austin and Tanis. Tanis and Austin.